Hey, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. So I know I'm a little bit late to this, but I just watched 28 Years Later and I want to give my thoughts on it as well. I will get straight to the point. Me personally, I enjoyed the movie. I liked it. I think there's like maybe three or four things that I didn't really like about it and didn't really understand as well. Maybe there's one thing I didn't understand. Before I go any further and what I'm about to say, there is going to be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the movie, go to your nearest movie theater and watch it. If you don't want to go to the movie theaters, then wait a couple months until it's on streaming service. The first thing that I didn't like about this movie is how it ended. I thought it was kind of weird seeing those parkour fighters just jumping around fighting, and it seems like it was supposed to be like a comedy relief to me when the first part of the movie was kind of more serious. So it was kind of weird when I saw it. It felt like it was a whole different movie. I honestly forgot that I was watching 28 Years Later when that part of the scene showed up. Like, I was so confused what was going on. It felt like I was watching Zombieland, but not very good Zombieland. I don't know, it kind of felt like they left it as a cliffhanger and they're probably thinking making another part 2 of that movie, but it seems like they're going like a comedy direction now, which is really weird because the first two movie there's a couple humor here and there, but like not as goofy as that ending though. I would have rather seen the Alpha chase Spike and they just ended that way. I felt like that would have been better than what we got, because what we got, it felt like those parkour people, they really thought they were Naruto. They were probably in their heads thinking like they're reenacting Obito versus Kakashi. I, as the viewer, just saw a bunch of grown-ass adults trying to parkour, similar to how Michael Scott tried to parkour, but with weapons. Now, the weirdest moment from the movie was the pregnant infected. I'm not sure why it was pregnant or how it got pregnant, but I find it weird that Spike's mom had her hands facing the infected, and the infected knew to also lock her hands with Spike's mom's hands. And I thought that was weird because I'm not sure now if the infected is able to retain what they know from their previous life before they were infected, or they're just mindless, because that's how I also felt with the second movie, 28 Weeks Later. The father got infected and he also knew his son and his wife, because I felt like he didn't initially attack them because he was just trying to fight it off, but then eventually succumbed to be mindless and attacking his kids and wife. Don't get me wrong, I understand why Spike's mom would do it because she was going crazy at the end, but I didn't understand why the infected would do it though. And the third thing that I wanted to bring up is that I felt like they killed off the mother a little bit too fast after they brought her to the doctor. To me, it felt quick because I felt like she could have spent more time with her son before they killed her off. Granted, her cognitive was declining and she could have been suffering more later on with the cancer that she had, but she still had some energy left. Like, she had the dog in her still, because she took down a zombie that was crawling down and was about to eat her son, and she smacked the crap out of that zombie. They could have at least given her like another week or two before they did that, so she goes to have a proper farewell with her son. I don't know, maybe that's just me. Now let's talk about what I enjoyed about the movie. Like I said earlier, I enjoyed the first half more than the second half. I thought it was pretty cool to show how the rage virus changed over time, I guess you could say. Because there were different infected people that looked very different. There was like really overweight infected. It seems like they only just crawl down. That's how they move. They're more slower moving. And there was also alphas that control other infected people. It reminds me of Left 4 Dead, how there's other special kinds of infected and they have their own abilities. I felt like that's kind of like the direction they were trying to go with these infected, with some of these infected. I'm not sure if it's because the virus changed over time or the environment where the infected are living and spending most of their time is what's shaping them. I'm not sure. The movie doesn't really explain that, but that's what I was thinking, why the infected look different from one another and from the previous infected. I also like the environment that it had as well, with the forest as well as that long pathway to get to the village and to the forest. I thought it was pretty cool. I also like when they explored abandoned building and when they found the body hanging upside down. It showed that there are other groups that are nearby their village and they make it seem like they're dangerous as well. And I feel like that was a missed opportunity within the storyline, because it felt like there's going to be like a whole different cult that worshiped the infected or something like that. When I first saw the trailer, I thought they were going to be fighting with zombies, but also with other villages. I thought it was going to be similar to, or not similar to, but like a combination of Negan and the Governor. I thought it was going to be something like similar to that, where there's a character that's going to use the infected to attack other villages. I thought it was going to be something like that. And when I was watching the movie, I thought they were going to also go with the direction of the Land of the Dead, where they have a leader, the infected have a leader, and they follow that leader. I felt like having any of those storylines for the second half would have been better than what we had. If you saw that movie, what do you think? I would love to hear your guys' thoughts on the movie, what you like and didn't like about the movie. Hope you guys have a great day. Peace.